So GoHighLevel just launched gamification for the community features inside of your sub account. And basically it looks exactly like Skool's. So I've been on Skool since 2020, and I'm going to make this video to just kind of show you the differences between the two platforms and basically like my honest thoughts about both of the platforms. So this is Skool. This is a free community that I have. There are almost 3,000 members here, and I started this last year, I think. And the idea behind, this specific community is to have a place for people that watch my content on YouTube to basically interact with each other, ask questions, post value, things like that. And so I don't know if it'll show me how many posts. Yeah, there's been about 1,500 posts here. So these are a combination of, messages or posts that people post, things that I've posted and things like that. I've probably commented on, 70% of the actual posts that are here. So this is Skool. Now, like I said, I've been on Skool since 2020. I've had a few different types of groups, but it took me a while to basically kind of find, how I was going to use the platform. But you could see here, this is the interface. Now, if we go into GoHighLevel, you can see here, like this is a test group, and it looks pretty similar. So it's pretty funny because, the original look of this particular group feature within HighLevel did not look like this. And so I'm going to just kind of walk you through both of the platforms and, just kind of give you my honest thoughts. So basically you can see the idea behind Skool or any sort of kind of group, online group platform is to create a sense of community. So I know, firsthand from Skool and Sam, that the idea here is community first and course content kind of second. And so, the idea is really to have people that are in the community creating a feedback loop, helping each other, answering each other's questions. And so instead of it just kind of being like, one group leader that has all of the answers and then all of the students kind of just following the leader blindly and their content, the idea here is to, be more of a facilitator of good information, create an environment for good information. And you as the group creator can create your own group and, basically provide your information. But if you can also get other individuals that are, create quality information or content and they can also help others, then the group kind of takes a life of its own. And it's not just, like I said, about one person, creating a group and having all the answers. And so this is, my version of that where I've, made this group and I post, really the main way that I add value, I would say, to the people that are in here is I answer their specific questions. That's probably what each individual is going to get value from, because I make videos like this video on YouTube and people can generally get, information from me for free on YouTube. And so that's kind of independent of Skool, unless I just made exclusive content for Skool and posted videos there. So I would say right now, the main kind of value proposition is people that join can post their questions, whether they're beginners or advanced, and I can answer their question or other people in the group, right? So the way, like where this takes place on Skool is on the communities tab. And so if I wanted to write a post here, I can write a title and then I can write the actual post. And then I can upload any sort of attachment. I can link something. I can add a YouTube video or a Loom video. I can add a poll, an action, some emojis, or any sort of GIF. And then I can also select a category for which this post is basically relevant to. And I can simply post that, and then I can email this post to all of the members here. So that's like a native Skool feature. I'm not sure if that's going to be. I'll check it out within HighLevel, but that's community, and that's where you create your posts. Now, anyone in here can also do that as well. Any one of these members can post. And so they can post in any of these categories. Now, if we go into GoHighLevel's, like version of this platform, basically you'll see that there's different groups here. So I'm the owner of these two groups. And so basically I can have this group here, and then I can have another group here. Now, this is where the cost of HighLevel is significantly different than the cost of Skool, because Skool charges you per group. It's $99 per group, but HighLevel charges you $97 per sub account. And then basically inside of your sub account, which is this, you can create unlimited groups. So a little bit, of it's kind of different because HighLevel is more of an all-in-one platform where they're trying to tackle multiple problems, right? So they're trying to tackle, agency management, so you can manage your clients. They're trying to tackle, the CRM component, the automation component, reporting, Google My Business. So they're really going for technically everything that a business would need, right? We have our dashboard here, the ability to communicate with leads inside of the CRM, which is like a separate, totally separate from the actual community center. The ability to create calendars, contacts, pipelines, collect payments and contract, create email marketing templates. So there's a lot more that kind of goes into one account, which is where this could be confusing to people that are potentially trying to create a community, because HighLevel is really an agency first platform. So what I mean by that is, I work with real estate investors and I help them find off market deals with Facebook ads, and I use GoHighLevel to manage all of my clients. So all of my clients have their own account in HighLevel. And so I'm technically an agency owner. So this platform, GoHighLevel, is really designed for people like me that manage different services and products for businesses, right? The average small business owner will not ever get around to tackling everything that comes with HighLevel. So it's really designed for people like me that have an interest in technology, know how to build systems, and can help help my clients with that. So just before even getting into the actual, community, right? There's a whole layer of other things that HighLevel has that you can't just log into the actual, community without really, you can't just have a community HighLevel account as a creator. You're going to have a sub account. So that alone can be kind of a whole set of things, because you could theoretically ignore the other things, but they're going to be included. So once you get into the actual sub account here, then you have, the actual group and community platform. And so similarly to, what you can do within Skool, you can create a title and, the description of the post. So I can do description, and I can also add an image, add a video, add an attachment, add a link, add an emoji. And then, within, this platform, basically you can, link the post to a specific channel, whereas Skool has a category, and it's kind of the same thing as a channel. But if I go to introduce yourself or value adds or affiliate support or general discussion, I can see based on these categories, as Skool would call it, the posts inside of that specific category. And then within HighLevel's community platform, this is considered a channel. And so I only have one channel here, but if I posted something, I would publish the post to this actual channel right here. So the way I would sort from the community home and a specific category would be, instead of in Skool, I would just click this. I would actually go to channels, and then I would choose general. So if you add more channels, then you'll be able to toggle different, channels inside of here. Now, the other kind of intangible thing here, just before I get into the other components of the actual software, is just the overall feel. So I've been in Sam's program years ago, so I have known of him for a while. And anything Sam does is, extremely simple, and it's very clean. And so just the feel of Skool is totally different. Now, there's obviously almost 3,000 people in here, and, this is in its early stages, but just even the scrolling of, like I said, you have this other kind of layer to get through, and then within here, you have to, then you go into your actual group. So just the feel, right, you can see how it scrolls. It just has a feel, right? And if we go to Skool's, very fast, it's very simple, and there's really not a lot to it, right? So it also just looks like there's a lot of life in here, even though, like I said, there's technically no one in here. So it's not really an equal comparison. It feels different in terms of, I feel like there's people here. I can see people are online, and obviously this stuff will come for HighLevel, but just right now, the feeling I get from Skool is more, okay, there's people here. There's actually people on the other end kind of browsing the content, right? So, that's just kind of an intangible thing that you may not be able to see through the screen, but you can kind of feel it when you use it. There's always a feel to a certain software or something like that. So, that is just the discussion board. Now let's get into the actual classroom in Skool. So this is a free community that I have, like I said. And so inside of this classroom section here, I have courses that anyone that joins the group will get access to. And then I have actual products that people can purchase, and then these will unlock. So off the bat, the actual experience of these, the actual course here, right? So if I open up this course inside of Skool, you can see here, this is a video of me, walking through GoHighLevel pretty much A to Z and showing someone how to get started with it. So the cool thing about this is it's really clean. All you have to do to create any sort of, course in here is click new course. I can just type new course, and then new course description, and then I can choose, who has access, right? And then all I can do, I'm going to draft this. I don't want people to, see this since it's blank, but basically it's really simple to actually create the course and the content. So if I wanted to title this, let's just say, week 1 of my course, I can type save, and that's going to be like the section. And then this is the actual video or the module. So I can just call this, video 1 foundations or something, right? And then if I wanted to add in a video here, I can simply add a YouTube link, a Vimeo link, or a Loom or Wistia link. So Skool does not have hosting inside of here. Like, you can't upload your own video. You're going to need, one of these services. YouTube's obviously free, so you could use that. And Vimeo may have a free plan for a few videos, but I use Loom. I pay like $10 a month for Loom, and I have like unlimited videos and unlimited storage. So you can see if we go to, this particular course, this is just a Loom link. So I can just copy this link. And if I wanted to add this to the new course, I just click add video and I click add. And just like that, it's pretty much done. And then I can write a description here if I needed to for the video. If I need to add like a resource link or a file or a transcript, I can do that here and simply save. And in addition to that, you can kind of customize the font here if you wanted to go for like a bigger headline or something like that. You can mess with these things, and you can bold it or whatever. And there's really not too much here that you can do, which is, this is all you really need, right? And that's kind of the idea, and you'll see this throughout Skool. This is really what kind of the origin of Skool is kind of based on the simplicity and just minimalism, and not really having anything you don't need. So you're not going to find the ability to kind of customize a whole lot of stuff. For example, like a simple thing that I can mention right here is they added this now where you can duplicate, the same, basically the module, but you can't, unless they just did it like literally right now, you can't duplicate a course, right? So for example, maybe let's say this is where Skool isn't going to really suit you if you're going to try to do a lot of customizable things. Like if your pricing is tiered and and I'll get into all that stuff, but like if you have, let's just say, to keep it simple, you have a course that's $100, and maybe you want to give people the first, 5 modules of the 10, you want to give it to them for free or something like that, right? And in hopes that they would upgrade. So in Skool, this is just hypothetical. Ideally, if you had that, you could click this, duplicate the course, and then go into the free one and just delete the other modules so that they're not available. And then if they upgrade, it would just basically allow them to have access to the paid one, right? So the closest thing you can kind of do to that within Skool is if you go in here, you can do drip status, and you could turn this on, and then you could turn this after a certain number of days. So I could just do 365 days. So basically they wouldn't be able to access this module for a year. And that's not the same exact thing as what I was referring to. So you'll see as I go into more depth, the customizable options you have within GoHighLevel versus Skool, but this will come with a lot more complexity. So this is, the classroom feature. So you can, like I said, upload your module, upload your video, you can duplicate modules, you can add, drip content, and then you can also do something like this. So let's just say that this is a post I created in the actual group. So what I can do is called pin to module, and I can actually, let's see. Okay, there it is. I was wondering why it didn't show. So if I go into, like, let's just pretend that this course was called, Q&A. So maybe these are like common questions that I get inside of like a specific course or community, right? So what I could do is, instead of having a video here, right, and having a course, let's just say that there's a thread where people are asking questions and I'm like answering them in the comments. So I could basically go to pin to module, and then let's see if it's gonna let me do it. Hold on. Yeah, so I just had to publish it. So if I click pin to module and I choose that module, now someone could hypothetically go into the new course and then see like a thread of questions. So maybe I could call this, how much ad spend do I need per month to get 20 leads? This is just like a hypothetical question. I'm going to just delete that so I could save it. But if this was a thread about this type of question or something related to the category, I could simply pin that. And so instead of having a video or a whole module, I could just have, a thread. And then this is where you get the feedback loop of the community. Because like I said, other people can put in their own comments and stuff like that. And then when people access the course, they can just go to this particular, thread, and this can supplement the actual video content. So this is a really cool feature there. So that's really all there is to, the classroom here. You can make a course, you can add your thumbnail, you can add the actual video content itself. You can add your descriptions and stuff like that. And then, really other than that, the whole kind of vision here is just kind of a simple user experience where they can just click and, watch the videos. So that's the benefit of Skool. Very simple, pretty self-explanatory, great experience for the user to watch the content. And also they can just simply toggle between the content and the actual community. So that's that. Now, if we go to learning inside of GoHighLevel, you're going to see here it's a little different, right? So it's slightly, this is where, like I said, it can be a little bit different, because if we go to high level, basically inside of the actual high level, we have the previous section. So before there were communities, before there were communities, you basically just had a membership portal, kind of like a Kajabi, where you just saw the course and there was no community. So now that they're merging kind of the communities and courses into one, in order for you to, at the time of this recording, create a community that has a course content, is you have to create a group. So I'll go create group, and then I'm just going to create this. And I just want to make sure I have the most current version of the communities feature. So now you can see it does say add course, but if you click on add course here, right, you have to pull from the course that you created in another section. So like with Skool, you just go to classroom, click new course, and you make the course right there, right? You don't have to link anything else. You just go make the course. With high level, you'll see this theme throughout a lot of what they do is there's a lot of individual pieces that you can link them all together, and that gives you a fully customizable experience, which I'll talk about right here, even with the pricing and stuff. But you have to go, usually you'll have to go a few steps before to be ready for the step you're trying to implement now, right? So in Skool, I could click add course, name it, click add course, and then boom, there we go. But in high level, which they may change, I would have to go to courses, products, click create a product, start from scratch, choose a type of course, name the product. Then I have to come up with the category here. And then I have to come up with a thumbnail. That's the other thing I love about Skool is it just uses the thumbnail from the video because it's using Loom. So you don't have to, but you'll see the experience. It looks blank and weird if there's no thumbnail. So if we save this right here, right, we've saved this category, and this is now published. So if I refresh here, I should be able to pull that course. So there it is, build your own. And then now we have the ability to choose different access. So all members will have access if they're in the community, but this is what I, at the time of this recording, wish Skool had. Now, I don't wish that you had to do what I just showed you, but the thing about Skool currently is Skool wants you to create a monthly reoccurring membership type of a business model within Skool. And so the way you do that, I'm kind of jumping around, but this is a free group right now. But if I wanted to make this a $10 a month group or $100 a month group, whatever, I would add a price. And the only thing that Skool supports directly is a monthly reoccurring subscription, which can be good if that's what you want to do. But if you sell products that are, let's say, $500 one time or $1,000 one time, whatever, you will need separate billing to accomplish that within Skool. So the only feature supported by Skool in terms of pricing right now is you'd have to charge, a monthly subscription fee, right? And then in addition to that, if somebody pays for the group, you can only control access to certain, for example, let's say somebody joins this free group. This is a paid course, right? This course here. So what I had to do was I created a free course with a link to buy the product. And, then when someone buys it, then there's a zap that unlocks the course. And so, if I could eliminate that, I would, because then I would love it just to say buy, and they click buy. It uses their card, and then it just unlocks. That would be ideal. So with Skool right now, the only way to, basically sell people your content or your community is at the front door, which is a reoccurring monthly subscription. Now, within high level, which is what I like about this, is I could have a free group, right? But then I could have a one-time product that I sell for, let's just say $500. There's no trial days, and the billing period is, I don't know why it's saying monthly, but it would just be a one-time fee. And I would click add course. So somebody could join my free group, right, and get free courses because I can make the subscription type free. And then inside of that community as well, I could have one-time course upgrades where people can pay it and then they don't have to pay like a subscription, right? So that is a huge thing. And you could see here just the load time. This isn't planned or anything. Like I don't know what happened. So this is, you're not going to run into this type of stuff with Skool. GoHighLevel has a lot of stuff that, like I said, that they've built. And so sometimes this stuff will be slow. And this is just kind of the real view. I don't know if my computer I don't know what happened. So I'll just redo this again, build your own. I can do one time, $500, click add. Hopefully it pushes through right now. I don't know if it's going to. So that's sometimes what you can get with GoHighLevel is there can be lag. It can load slow. Some features may be clunkier. The idea behind the community and what they're doing is similar to Skool, but with Skool, you're not going to run into bugs and stuff like that. It's always going to be fast and really reliable. Anything I've ever gotten from Sam was better than he even made it out to be. So this is, like I said, I didn't plan this. I don't quite know what happened here. Maybe I can refresh this and try and redo that again. But you can run into that sometimes with GoHighLevel where stuff's not loading or it's new and they released it early. And like even this, there shouldn't be a billing period here for monthly because I am doing a one-time fee. So I don't know if it's freezing because this is at default, like creating some sort of a error, but I can't change this. So my best guess is going to be that that's why. So maybe if I do reoccurring, it's going to work. But the idea behind what you could do if it worked, which sometimes it working is more important than it, you imagining it to work, is if I go here, let's see if I can save this. This will probably save. My best guess is that there's an error in the code, but maybe not. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but either way, whether GoHighLevel or Skool, I do think that, for what I'm doing right now, I do think that having the ability to sell one-time things inside of a group could be valuable because not everyone potentially wants to do a recurring fee. Like if you do a $20 a month group, but you're selling a $300 product, it's going to take you, whatever the math is, 15 months to make the same money. So if you are good at reoccurring and that's what you do, then, Skool is going to work great for you because you just add in a price. And like I said, you're only charging at the community level. So you can't charge at the course or product classroom level. So that is going to be the one limitation, is if you want a free community and then you want something where somebody's paid to get in, unless you do a subscription, you would need another third-party billing like Stripe, and then you would need to create a Zap so that when people buy your product, it invites them to group. So not sure what's going on there. So but that is what the main difference is here of the actual course. Like I said, I'm not sure. I'll maybe just add it free to see if we can get it in. So yeah, that looks good. So this is the other thing when it comes to the experience for the customer. So let's just say you have the free course here. Well, when I open this is going to take me into another kind of thing, which is where the original courses were. It's kind of confusing, like I said. So with GoHighLevel, before communities, it was just a course portal like Kajabi. Now that they're adding communities, they're basically hyperlinking the course from within the community. So I'm in the community section right here. If I want to go watch the course, instead of a experience in the communities platform, at least right now, the experience is in the old, portal. So it's like redirecting me here. And then now I could watch the content here if it was there. But the main thing I don't like at all about the GoHighLevel, like this part of the platform, is having to, like I said, you have to create, let me make myself smaller. Okay. So you have to create this background here. You got to upload your image. You got to put a thumbnail for each individual video. So you can definitely make it look good, but I like that with Skool, it's just integrated into the design. Like I don't have to worry about creating a background here and the font and the title and all that. I just focus on creating valuable content and copy and pasting it. That's what, I believe a platform should allow the creator to do. Is I want to focus on adding value to my audience. I don't want to, think about design and all these other components unless design is how I'm adding value, but it's really information in my case. So for me, having to make a category, set a root category, create the content, name the content, put a thumbnail for the category, and you got to put a thumbnail for the actual post. it just, instead of with Skool, I can just post one video and it's there and it looks clean. Here I have to do like 6 to 7 steps for every kind of one step within Skool. So I'm sure over time that HighLevel will, kind of trim that down. But right now, like I said, there's the community component, and then within that, you're redirected to the old thing. And then inside of this, you have to customize the background and all that, which some people may not mind, but it just adds more stuff to do. So now let's get into the other parts of Skool. So this calendar feature is not inside of GoHighLevel's community platform. So I've never used this. Basically, the idea here is if you're doing a free group or paid group, if you wanted to schedule weekly calls or have, multiple calls a week where, you, the creator, or if you have, team members or coaches, if they want to, like if you, part of your offer is to jump on a weekly call with all the people in the group, you can just simply program an event in here, post your Zoom link, make it reoccurring. You can do every week, on Wednesday, and then, put your Zoom link, who can attend the event, all the members, and or all the members in a course, and then you can just basically upload an image, Q&A call, and then I can just, I'd have to, I think, put some sort of a link here, Google, and let's see if that'll let me add it. I think you have to add in an image here, which I don't want to do, but basically, just like that, you can have a reoccurring event and people can just come in here, see when the call is, click on it, and then join the Zoom, right? So the HighLevel groups feature does not have that right now. Based on what I've seen, it looks like they're kind of just, doing exactly what Skool's doing. So I'm sure they're going to add this in. But as of right now, there's no, this feature is not available on HighLevel. So you can just toggle between kind of the visual view of the calendar or like a list view. So moving on to the next section. So we have the members. So these are all the people that are in the group. I can see all their names and I can chat with them and see their membership and stuff like that. So if we go here into the Skool, there's no ability to chat with the people that are here quite yet. Like I said, I'm sure they're going to incorporate that, but pretty much modeled this, exactly like Skool. And there's really not much more that you would need here. So yeah, this is basically the members view. And then the other part of Skool here is we have the leaderboards. So these are all the people that, based on, you can read how this works exactly, but to keep it simple, when people, like your posts and comments, you get points. And when you get enough points, you start ranking and stuff like that. And so basically with GoHighLevel's platform, you can see they pretty much, did exactly what Skool is doing here. It's slightly organized differently, but it basically, everything is pretty exact. So this is going to be an interesting one to just, watch this. So yeah, there's leaderboard. And and then you just have your about section. So this is where you can kind of brand the group. This is Skool, obviously. And really the only thing you can do here, or main thing is, you can write what's inside the group here. You can make it private or public. And you can see how many members and, make it free or have it say paid, or you can actually put the pricing of the group in the settings under the subscriptions right here. And that's pretty much it for the actual main parts of Skool. Now, the other main part of Skool that HighLevel's group community does not have is the ability to chat with members. So at one point in time, I was getting so many messages in this group. I actually turned off my chat for this free group. So I get way less DMs now, which was better for me. So it kind of goes both ways. There are some people that, I'm working on projects with or whatever, and I chat with them here. But the chat feature within Skool is pretty cool. So if I type in Quinn, because I think I have like a test contact here, I can actually chat right here. So I can message, this other account, which is me, and I can say, hey, and then on their account, they can message back. So this is basically the DMs feature here. There are no group messages yet, or I don't know if there ever will be, but basically that's another component to Skool, the chat feature that people utilize. And I would say the last thing that I'm going to kind of mention in this video is the ability to, when it comes to just the platforms themselves and long-term, the success of them. So if we go to like an incognito window and I go to Skool right here, the first thing I'm going to see is all, like, basically Skool's website is not really like a sign up page and a payment page. It's really showing other groups. And so this is where I think HighLevel or whoever is basically kind of going to model or be in the same, competitors, I guess. I think this is where it's going to get interesting, because if you look at what the goal of this platform is, like Skool, I know Sam mentions a billion users, having a billion users on the platform. So that's going to come through, 100,000 group creators or a million group creators, whatever, right? The group creators, people like me and all these other people creating groups, they're the people that are providing the education and the content to basically get people on the platform. And they're the ones really giving the platform life, right? It's not just Sam making content and trying to get everyone to watch his videos or whatever. It's decentralized by all of the actual people that are creating content and, adding value to people. So I think the main thing that's going to be interesting is like, you can definitely model the look and the feel and kind of create the similar product in terms of what's in the community. But can GoHighLevel or any other, like I said, competitor, can they enroll the creators and the users to actually be incentivized to make content on the platform? That's really the thing. That's the mission. Can you inspire people to use your platform so that it makes your life easier and you can focus on adding the value? That's going to be, like I said, that's the thing to actually crack the code on. And I mean, as it seems right now, Skool's way ahead of that, because there's really not, like, if you look at the experience here, it's like I'm in the communities like tab, right? And then but this is like, it's my groups. Like, I'm not exploring other groups, so I'm sure they're going to add in that directory or whatever. And yeah, don't get me wrong, people will start making their groups, but in terms of the success long term of the platform, I think whoever can really create the most valuable information to the users, these members, right? That's who's going to have the most success. And like I said, it's not about, for me at least, like, oh, which one is like, I'm not really worried about, they're going to do their thing either way. I'm just kind of sharing how I see it. So yeah, this is a Skool versus GoHighLevel communities comparison. I pretty much covered the main pieces that go into both platforms. Let me know if you guys want to cover anything else. But that is it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.